What I'm about to show you next, but wanted to show you the maturity of the design and some of the understanding behind some of the decisions made with BridgeScore Plus. So we're going to assume that something's going to go wrong. Heaven forbid something should go wrong with software, but we know that it happens. So here I am, I'm running my BCD event. And I've turned a few things off. The menu bar looks a little bit different up top. So this is what it would typically look like. Now, I'm running the event and I suddenly realized that it's a restricted event. So it's a super seniors event. And I would normally be able to change it from here. But let's say, for whatever reason, there is a bug and I cannot change it from this screen. So even though if I was to set it, whatever reason, there's a bug. So what I then have to do is I would call customer support. And using a utility like GoToMyMeeting or TeamViewer, there's lots of other ways that I could then give up control of my screen to an authorized support person. So what would happen next is, in this particular case, we want to be able to edit the underlying database. Not something we ever want customers to do or tournament directors, but what I'm showing here is the level of support that needs to be built into a tool like BridgeScore Plus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the configuration screen. I bring it up under a different tab so that I can always go back to this previous tab. And I'm going to turn on the support mode. Now by turning on the support mode, it's going to give me another screen up here. There we go. I now have a support menu option which I didn't have before. These numbers are meaningful. They typically won't be displayed. But this happens to be event number 427 stored in the database. So as a support person here, remember I am not the TD. This support menu is not displayed by default. I'm going to go look at the database, and instead of having a screen, instead of having raw SQL to type in, what I'm going to do is I actually have the ability of seeing this is event number 427, and these are all the different fields, and I can go ahead and edit. This is editing the underlying database. I keep on repeating, this is not something that we want the regular users to do. And I could edit anything in here that I wanted. Not going through the regular screens. The regular screens have got a lot more help, a lot more information. But here I'm going to change the number of restrictions to be 2. And I'm going to go ahead and save those 2 changes. I changed the event name. So that's updated, and if I were the person doing support, I would then go back into the configuration screen. I would turn off the support mode, save the change, and I would then give control back to the tournament director. Now what has happened, if I now go edit the event, we will see that the restrictions, which, remember there was a bug, I couldn't change it, but the restrictions have now changed to 2, and the name here has also changed. So this provides a way of being able to work around bugs or something like that, and that's just unfortunately the reality of large software programs like this. We have to provide the ability when needed, because scoring an event is a time critical. So if there is a workaround and there wasn't a general screen to do it, then we can offer this type of support. Again, I must emphasize, this is not something I would ever expect a user of the system. This very much is something that would only be done by a support department.